Hello, bros and hoes. My name is B Dunn. I'm also known as the Healthy Hoe. I do health news and I do hoe news. So I want to tell you guys what happened to me a couple weekends ago. So I had an awesome day with the daddy, and we went out to dinner. And I told you about the nigga moment I had at the bar with the guy I used to work with. We ain't gonna talk about that. Whatever you do, ladies, keep your cool in public. That's all I'm going to say. But he still gave me a lot of money and got me a card and flowers. So I guess I didn't fuck up too badly, but I did really sincerely apologize. But anyway, so what happened also that weekend was Rednecks with Paychecks. And it was so much fun. I met this family at my job and they were so cool. And the mom was like, hey, I need an I Love Hoes shirt for this weekend. I'm like, girl, where you going? What do you need an I Love Hoes t-shirt? And she's like, I'm going to Redneck with Paychecks. I said, what? What is that? So they told me. And her husband's like, you want to go? I'm like, do I want to go? Yeah, I want to go. So I'm like, I want to go. And luckily I found Daddy because this shit is expensive. So we went out there. Was it Friday? Yeah. So we went Friday. And he had an emergency. He couldn't go back the next day. So I went back out there and I camped out with the cool family and all their friends. And it was really fun. They had a few black people there. So like, okay, I see you. It was like a big Trump rally. It was so much fun. Everybody was pretty nice. We had one little incident I'll tell you about in a second. Everybody was cool. Had a lot of Hispanic people. It was just a good time. Everybody's got these crazy trucks and these big old four-wheelers and ATVs and UTVs and lights and lift kits. Man, when I say these people put some money into these vehicles, you would not believe. And because I'm an enterprising host, I decided to bring all my hoes for Trump shirts. I pressed them bitches out at 4, 5 in the morning, and I got out maybe like 12 or 10 or so. And I brought them all, and I sold them all. And I kind of wish I had the time to, really make a whole lot of them. But, I did the best I could. And I thought maybe next year I'll get a vendor table or something, but then I'd have to pay. And the smart thing to do would be to do what I did again. Make a whole bunch of them, get a backpack, and walk around and hold them shits up and make some cash, okay? And like I said, it was a lot of fun. The monster trucks, y'all, these tires were bigger than me, and I'm about 5'8". It was crazy. And one incident, the only crazy thing that happened, so I wasn't around. Me and my homegirl, we went and got on the biggest truck there, right? But what happened was some psycho just kept like bumping into my people's ATVs and things. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? They just kept bumping into them like they were crazy. And they didn't beat them up or anything because they had a sign out there saying straight up, if you fight, you go into jail. Like you're working at the Showcase in New Orleans. If you fight, you go to jail. So they didn't do that. Now, we actually passed them up when we were going to the camper. And, of course, my guys wanted to go jump the dudes. And I told them, I said, listen, we all may have weapons and we ain't supposed to. They probably have weapons they not supposed to. If we get out here and they family comes out and they go hoo-de-hoo, it could be a real serious shit show. It is dark. We can get all kind of crazy charges. Somebody can get stabbed. Let's not do this. Let's let them go. Because then we look like we're the aggressors. Oh, no. So I'm really glad I was able to keep them calm. Because, men, they're like, well, fuck it. Let's go jump some niggas. No, can't do that. So everything was okay and we stayed safe. But we also, me and my homegirl, we went and jumped on the biggest truck there. Because I made friends with the guy some kind of way. He was cool. We're riding and we're on the lift and he kept dropping it up and down. I'm glad I had cat-like ninja reflexes and I didn't die. But I had a great time. Everybody's playing music, so we can just twerk and act a fool. I didn't show my titties for beads. One, I've never done it in New Orleans or anything. Even though the beads are much better, it just wasn't me. And these beads were like these really weak-ass, free-ass parade beads. Like, nobody gets naked for these beads. But women were doing it, so I would tell guys, I don't think so. And they was like, oh, you're in the wrong place. I'm like, no, you talking to the wrong chick. Like, I didn't ask you for shit. So they would be like, okay, I respect it. And they'll give them to me anyway, so I just give them away. But we're up on the monster truck, the biggest one there, right? And so he's like, you want to drive it? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to drive. So I'm driving that bitch, y'all. I'm just like whipping the biggest monster truck. Okay, I'm lying. I ain't drive like that. I drove like this, but that's not the point. I was in there. And it was hard to drive because the damn windshield was tinted. Like, it's dark. I can't see. I could run dead over somebody. So I'm like, let's take it to the mud. So we driving to the mud, y'all. Okay, we went this way. Went to the mud. I'm like, oh yeah, we driving in the mud. I ain't go too fast though. And so he's like, you want to crush this Jeep? Because there was like just some old Jeep out there. I'm like, well, why is this here? Someone needs to move it. Boy, we drove over the Jeep, y'all. It was the best. So everybody's recording and looking. Now, he said he messed up a little bit of something in the truck for driving over that big thing, but I'm sure it was worth it. It was the best. So, like I said, I drove the monster truck. So, can't nobody tell me I can't drive. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't drive over the smart car with the little naked guy on top. Nobody got hurt, so it was all good.
When we went walking and we went to that guy on the monster truck, and then you got on there and you were shaking your ass all night, and then he lowered me down and he said, all right, you're shaking ass or getting off, and then he lowered me down and I had to get off. I told you, they only like girls. They only like girls on their big trucks because that's how they get beads and that's how they can see ass. That's how it works.
And they had concerts. There was this titty run. I missed that one. So these girls would like go up a hill halfway and then run down naked and try not to break their necks. I know. And there was also a Barbie car race. So they had these little toy cars, right? And they take the motors out. So you're supposed to ride it down the hill as fast as you can. And I couldn't really get a good angle, but there are clips online I can find. And that was crazy. I wouldn't try to break my neck. I would never do anything like that, personally. And I don't think anyone seriously got hurt. I told my server at West up here that I went. He was like, oh, you lived? I'm thinking he means I lived my best life. And he's like, no, you survived. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, somebody dies like every year. I can't believe they haven't shut it down. I'm like, oh, okay. Because my friend was showing me this girl's leg. One year, some psycho was riding somewhere he wasn't supposed to. And they're like, hey, you can't drive here. He's like, well, I'm driving anyway. He just ran these girls over. Ran them over. And luckily, her boyfriend, big black dude, didn't catch the dude because he would have killed him. And then he would have been in jail. But luckily, nothing like that happened. And they said that people used to let their kids come. So they had to stop that. I don't know. But I had a great time. The mud pit was cool. Someone actually got stuck in the mud. And he was just sitting there just flooding his engine. He didn't want help at first. But then he said, well, you know what? I can't get out of here. So another monster truck had to come and save him. So it was a nice little rescue effort, and he got out the mud because that thing was like up to the doors. Like, bro, you're not getting out of here. That thing is going to sink. And I think there's signs where, like, people understand where you're supposed to ride and where you're not supposed to ride. So that was on him. And what else happened? I got to stay in the camper, so that was cool. I mean, we had a good time. They had some good food. Well, I had some pizza. It was good. You bring your own liquor. But I haven't really been drinking very much. After I've been cutting my alcohol to diet, I've lost a craving, so I barely drink now. Well, I learned that ATVs and things can get real expensive. These people, they also had stripper poles on the trucks, y'all. So, of course, I did the stripper challenge. Now, these weren't real stripper poles, so it was a little hard to maneuver like you normally would. And it was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun. And I didn't really mean to flex on everybody like I did. But hey, I had to do what I had to do. It was a lot of fun. And the people just playing good music, and it was cool. I got lost, so this nice guy gave me a ride because I couldn't find my family. So I jumped in with him. We just rode around till he found his people too. And it was just really fun. I had a good time. So I can't wait to go back in the spring. And of course, I'm bringing more t-shirts. Y'all know I got my heat press now, so I can press them things out. And we can have a nice big old Trump rally again because we already know he's going to win. So it's going to be awesome. Everybody's going to be hyped up. So my message is, people, go do different things because we all usually just do the same old stuff with the same old folks. And we don't get to really experience things. And, I mean, I'm not scared of folks. I feel like I'm a good person for the most part. So people are nice to me. And everybody really liked me. And I brought, when I was there with my daddy or whatever, these guys just, like, still staring at me and still trying to, like, holler at me. I'm like, bro, I know you see me with somebody. And this one guy walks up and he says, oh, he must have a lot of money. I was crying laughing. But y'all know he liked that shit. You liked it. But, I mean, I had a good time. So, if you find something different to do, go do it. Have a good time. It'll be okay. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Follow me on Facebook.com/TheHealthyHope. Follow me on Twitter. I'm actually tweeting now. So, and stay tuned for my next crazy adventure out here in Texas. Talk to y'all later.